Good morning, and again this morning I greet you all from the great river on the edges of the Kalahari. And I've listened to some of the comments that people have posted yesterday, what they have said about my previous chat. And I think therefore it's important that I do this one in English so that all people can listen and understand. Our plan is based, and I'm talking about the Suidlander Emergency Initiative, which by the way is a registered non-profit organization. The purpose is to be able to provide a safe harbor to our people and a place to where people can flee from the cities or flee once anarchy and chaos broke out, which we presume will start in the cities in certain areas of the country and then gradually spread as the government loses control. Now we know, and as I've talked the previous couple of days, I've warned about the inevitable end of Eskom, the power utility, the inability of the SAPS to control the people during those type of emergencies. And we are a group of people, and I've drawn out a couple of them that has previously similar training than what I have. And we made an appreciation over a period of 21 days during which we came to a plan which we must execute if we want our people to survive chaos and anarchy. That plan involves a very large area in a part of the country with the less population densities, but also an area that is large enough to accommodate all the people that might flee from the cities, and also an area where production of food can continue throughout the year, around the clock. It must be an area that has sufficient commodities to at least try and create a backdoor to the sea and out to other countries, etc. It's a long plan. It's quite a hectic one, but thoroughly thought out and thoroughly planned. And we believe that it is important that once people are driven from the cities by violence, that they all move into this area where we can protect them. And this area that we are talking about is a very, very large area. When I say large enough, we will be able to accommodate up to 1.52 million refugees or displaced persons, according to the definition. A refugee is somebody who have to cross the borders of a country, while a displaced person is a person that is displaced inside his country. And the only way how we can manage this and survive this is that we have to withdraw our members from the cities and from all locations over South Africa. We must then group where we can reorganize and we can be can defend our people and protect them from a firm basis. Now, having said that, it means that there are certain capacities that must be able to continue, certain functions that must continue, like electricity, like water supplies. So we will have to find ways and means to get around the crashing of the Eskom grid if it happens and when it happens. And we have to create a normality for the people so that they can live and continue living as normal as possible. The ability of survival lies in our numbers. The Suidlanders is the largest group of people in the country which is thinking similar. It's an organization for conservative South Africans of all languages, and everybody is welcome to contribute. We got an enormous task ahead of us. But as they say, eendracht maakt mag. If you look at that photo next to me, you will see there's a big fish swallowing up all the smaller fish. The big fish in this instance is the masses, who is unhappy with the state of affairs in South Africa, who is unhappy and hunger and starving, and they will come for the small pockets of available food. So if a small group gathers somewhere in the country to protect their woonbeerd, their area where they are staying, it will be like one little fish, and the masses will swallow it up. A town that will protect itself outside of our safe area will be swallowed up. But if we all get together, if we are grouping and our power lies in numbers, then we become the bottom picture, where we can actually stop those murdering masses, where we can stop the people who wants to loot and plunder, and from where we can, in fact, protect each other. We need numbers to do that. The Suidlanders and the Suidland Verdediging, Suidland Defense, already got huge numbers. Our plans are made. Our plans are in the process of being executed, and we are ready to go within a 3 to 5 hours notice. We can do that. 2 weeks ago we had another appreciation, a logistical appreciation about how are we going to feed the people, how are we going to distribute food, medicines throughout the region. How are we going to stabilize the area or the towns inside this larger area? What are we going to do to protect those people? So it's a vast plan that is including all aspects of normal life. Although there will definitely be a sense of abnormality once this happened. But the need to come together is once again a call to those that is standing outside the circle currently and who believes that they can make a stand in their hometown, which is not possible on a lengthy situation. In the short term, yes, but medium and long term, no. Just remember, as I said yesterday and the day before, as I warned, that once the electricity has dropped, the grid has dropped, then there will be no food deliveries, there will be no fuel supplies. And if there is trucks running, they will be blocked off outside of the cities. And we got approximate 2 weeks window period since the power grid drops to move and to organize and to be ready in our designated areas. Our survival lies in numbers. There is no other way. Many people say, well, I can't lose my property. Then you are going to lose your life. You can always rebuild your property afterwards, but you will keep your life. You will be alive. We have learned this lesson from the Anglo-Boer War, where the British have burned the farms, and those same farms are the farms that people are farming on today. It has been rebuilt. It can be rebuilt again. But we need, at this very late stage of the game, to stop blaming. And there's many people who now wants to come forward with suggestions who have been quiet over the years and have done nothing to prepare. And now they will all of a sudden start a thing. The problem is they want to start it by disrupting organizations like us. To disrupt it, to make people uncertain so that they now can get members to them who can stick with them. Fortunately, that is not happening from our side. We are not losing people to other groupings. Because I'm checking the numbers at least once a week. I know where the numbers are going. I know what our capability will be once we are in that situation. And as we have always said, this is an emergency plan for the day when the government of South Africa cannot protect our people any longer. Then we will have to do it ourselves. And we have never been as close as a total collapse, a total failed state as now. We are in extremely dangerous times. Many people whom I spoke to will criticize the plan, but they don't have even an idea of what to do. At least on our side is a lot of old experience, which we have combined in one huge effort. And if we as a nation wants to survive, there is no other option than to become part. And if you don't become part, just move west. Just move west. Eventually you will end up with us. We will be able to accommodate you. We will be able to assist you. We will be able to use you. Because everybody will have to participate in this survival effort. We are facing an enormous challenge, but it can be done. As we, as religious people, believe it can be done. We believe that we must be humble before our Creator. We must be humble before God. And we cannot succeed on our own powers, but by His mercy only, which we will do. Enjoy your condensed milk coffee this morning and think careful about what I said today. Eventually there's only one plan that can work, because we cannot look short term or medium term, we got to look long term. We don't want to survive for a period of time. We must create life again. We must start living again. We must expand. We must grow to ensure a future for our people. More than that, I cannot tell you now. But be sure that there is not a better appreciated plan by any group in South Africa. Stay well.